All right, hello everyone. Not sure what time it is for you, but it is early for me, and I feel great. It's tinker in the garage day today for me. So I'm gonna get the foam cannon set up here. I've been talking about this in the last 3 or 4 wash and talks, but I need to get these dialed with, I'm not sure what size I have in these foam cannons, so we're gonna just fix it. We're gonna go to a 1.5 millimeter orifice. It's just easier to just swap them both. And I'm gonna loosely put these, as I forgot to get a new plug. I want the osmotic plugs. These are the original Chinese MTM plugs. So I'm not gonna worry about the tape or anything like that, because we're gonna swap these out. And I need to get a stainless screw. I don't know if we have those because all the new ones come with a stainless screw on them. But see, if you're ever messing with a foam cannon, this is next to my face, there's a orifice in there, one of these things, one of these little bros is in there, and so you just grab yourself a flathead screwdriver. Not that big, about this size should work. Put the flathead in there. Shoot, this one might be in there permanently. There we go. This is the brake buster foam cannon. I'm pretty sure this is a 1.25. Yep. So we'll put the 1.5 in there. Yeah, it's like, I don't know what time it is, like 6 o'clock. Got up at like 5:30, ready to roll. Got all my Milwaukee set up here, all my Milwaukee tools. And I have a bunch of new detailing stuff. Working on getting this garage outfitted. So we won't put these on super duper tight, just kind of hand tight. That's why I won't get a wrenched offset. We'll just put it on that tightly. So that way we're ready. Okay, got that. So that way we're ready to swap it. This one might be on tighter. I think that's a 17 that I need. Who says I don't use tools? Is it 17? It's bigger than that. 18? 18. I think this one already is a 1.5, but just to be safe, I'm going to swap it. I think we already swapped this one, but sure looks like it. To be fresh and clean, I'm going to redo it anyway. All right, so today's project, my cars really aren't dirty, so we're going to wash the Raptor, and I'm going to take, I think there was 3 different people advised me to use a water spot remover. So I'm going to use G-Technic W9, I believe, on the Raptor to sort of reactivate the coating, get the sort of mineral content off the surface, start fresh. I guess not fresh, but freshen up the older coating. Be interesting to see. I also wanted to Could give the tires another cleaning, although I'm probably gonna, after this video, I'm probably gonna go in and edit it, and then I think I'm probably gonna end up ordering some new wheels and tires for the Raptor because my tires are about toast. I never got an alignment done, so these I'm just gonna throw away. Actually, let's do the reset thing since we're going at the coating again. So I'm thinking by the time I get the one side of the wheels and tires done, the sun will be up, or at least coming up enough to light us enough to video. So yeah, I'm talking about, I think I told you this last week, I made a list of all the things that I needed. Let's go a little bit heavier because I like to fill this thing up completely. Put some in my bucket. Our foam cannons are ready for action. I think I was telling you this last week. I wanted to get all my detailing stuff dialed. Yeah, so I made a big list of all the things I was missing. Basically, I just went to the Obsessed Garage website. And went line by line on the detailing section. Just added in all the stuff. Just got a sheet of paper, legal pad, and just made a list of all the things that I needed. All the things that I had here, I didn't put on the list. All the things I needed, I put on the list. A few things I didn't have in stock. A couple polishers. I probably won't do a ton of polishing and stuff here, but I'd like to have it here. I have the full master collection, so I brought over the full Milwaukee master collection and then set up the full detailing master collection here, all in one place. So that way I have one in Helen, I have one here at the house, and I have one at the garage, at the studio. Still waiting on my proper size nozzles. So I can turn our water on, turn our pressure washers on. 1, 2. Ooh. There we go, just a little air in the line. Let's fill up our foam cannon. This is the Raptor, I'll fill it up. Now, because the truck isn't super dirty, I'm not gonna do a pre-wash. I like that methodology. When it's dirty, use the pre-wash. Actually, you know what? I take it back. I'm gonna use the pre-wash. And of course, my dilution was wrong last week. I should do this more often for you guys. It makes you feel real good. People seem to really like to tell me what to do. I carried all right, I forgot a 0. So let's do auto foam instead of touchless this week. And so, in order to get an impact ratio of roughly 2%, we'll go what did I do with my funnel? Here it is. We'll go with a 50-50 mix of auto foam to water. So now this is a 1.25 millimeter foam cannon setup. So I'm going to talk with Pete Hamber, about the possibility of creating a much more concentrated version of this. I think that would be a much better option. So we don't have to use as much product. Save ourselves a bunch of money. Just using 500-600 milliliters every single wash It's just not practical. All right, so those two are set up and ready. I'm gonna do a full-on cleanup here today. And then I'm gonna use W9 G-Technic water spot remover to hopefully remove all the minerals and stuff that is kind of clogging up, theoretically clogging up the coating. Because I went back and looked, it's only been like 10, 11 months. I thought it was like 2 years. Time is going really fast in my world. All right, I also want to try this Vonix stuff on the tires. First step, let's clean the wheels. Since I did the aggressive brake buster last week, we're gonna go to, aggressive Shines by Wise Guy. We're gonna do just brake buster this week. Okay, do that. Let's grab our easy detail. What's going on with this thing? I don't like how this thing keeps pushing back. It's like my little protector's messed up. So yeah, what I'll probably do, the truck has 40,000 miles on it now. I doubt the brakes need to be done, but maybe I'll do pads and rotors and wheels and tires at the same time. Get an alignment done, and then we'll get another 30, 40,000 miles out of it. I don't know what wheels I'm gonna get. I don't love these TEs. Just the finish on them is terrible. It's about time for a new mitt. You can tell when it starts to get loses. It's not very substantial anymore. Been using this one for quite some time. I think this one came over from Harbor Hills, so I've been using it for probably over a year. It's gonna make me feel real accomplished this weekend. I'm gonna do my knees over toes program. I'm gonna try to do like maybe like a 5-mile ruck today. So I'm gonna go out, and I might do that late afternoon. And I can turn on the final 4. We already have some beating from the drying aid. So we added, I guess it's been 2 weeks now. Dang, that's moving a lot of water. All right, so I got this stuff from Tiago, brought it up from Vonix USA, Delit. And this is a tire and rubber cleaner, which he loves. Now it has a foam sprayer, which I don't like this kind of. So I might take the product, put it in a regular bottle. Gosh, I'm gonna go through a whole bottle. Sprayer doesn't work for squat. The trigger doesn't want to return. Look at that though. Looks pretty good. So I tell you what, let's let that sit. Go clean the other wheel. And we'll come back to this one. And clean it off. Yep, I think my timing's gonna be pretty good here. All right, I forgot my Detail Factory brush. Let's give it a little spritz. I figured out, don't pull the trigger back all the way. Yeah, I wouldn't want this foamer. This thing's terrible. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough to do all 4 tires. Let's see here. Seems to be working pretty well though. Especially considering I cleaned the tires last week pretty well. 2 weeks ago. Wow. A little Atomac, which is the corrosion rust inhibitor. Cool. That stuff seems to work pretty. That stuff seems to work pretty well. It's not light enough yet, so I'm gonna go do the other side and I'll come back to you. Let's do our pre-wash. All right, so this is a 1.25 millimeter orifice. I'm gonna do the single foam cannon, or a single pressure washer, I should say, on the foam cannon. I'm not pre-rinsing the truck. So this should be at around a 3% panel impact ratio. I have no new news on the wash bay front. I'm waiting for Joseph to do my engineering drawings and all that, so we can then get our applications in with the county. I'm ready to build a wash bay. The only thing I need to figure out is in my, like, all the real estate feels prime to me, and I just don't want to give any of it up but I need like a garbage can spot. And I don't love where the garbage cans are now. It feels pretty good. I'm impatient this morning. Probably let that sit for another minute. While that's doing that, I'm going to fill up my soap bucket. All right, it's been on there for about 5 minutes or so. It's pretty good. Let's rinse it. This is my kind of washing. where we have proper time of the day. Before the sun comes up, get started. That way we're not battling the sun. Telling you, man, it feels good to get back to proactivity in life. Taking care of this thing is gonna make me want to get rid of this goofy bumper and start to fix, modify it. We'll see how long that lasts. Yeah, the auto foam smells very all-purpose cleaner-like. Versus touchless. I think I like touchless better. Okay, so now we're back to our 1.2 or 1.5 millimeter orifice that I just put in. And we're gonna do our carpro reset. I figure I'd like to agitate the W9. I'll show you what I'm planning to do there. So I want to get the car clean first. Remember, your foam cannoning, paint the car, paint it with the soap, right there. Not like this, just paint the surface, cover it all. Now we're ready for a regular wash. Just pop the foam cannon like that, dump the rest in our bucket. Again, I've talked about this a bunch, but you know, if I leave the soap in here, it's probably gonna get inert, if you will. Sun's starting to come up, but the good news is that we won't get hit by the sun because I'm about to finish this part shortly. So normal wash top down. I'm telling you, I don't know why you guys love reset so much. GSF is so much better. This is what I wondered, all this pre-washing and reset and all this crap. I don't know, it feels very placebo-y to me, but maybe I'm wrong. Tell you what, I can already tell it's nicer washing this thing, that it's clean versus washing it once every 6 months. Well, it's not clean, but clean-ish, cleaner than normal. Gosh, this truck is big. Right in my eyeball. Dang. How's that even possible? Yeah, getting this thing dialed is a way better way to live, especially since this thing has an Obsessed Garage sticker on it. Shouldn't be driving around town not coming correct here, you know. Got a certain reputation to uphold, if you know what I mean. So the RS leather repair is pretty awesome. I mean, it's a 3-footer. You know, that's the thing, is that you can't, this is what I argue about all these, like, you know, rebuilds and restores and all that. Like, you can only, without buying like new parts and like starting fresh on like things that are jacked up, you can only get things so far. So if you have these dreams of buying, you know, like Freddie's P1 that he bought, I mean, that thing's never going to be good. It might work, but it's never going to be dialed in. Unless you spend more than it would cost to just buy a new one and buy one that isn't jacked up. So when I prepare the leather, I would rather just buy a new frickin' cover for the seat, but it's just not really an option. I talked to Suncoast about it, and it's just months and months and months out. I don't have that much time. So it is a pretty awesome improvement. What I should have done, I should have sanded more before I started doing the filler. Had I done that, it would have looked even better. Did I do the windshield? I already did the windshield. But yeah, I've almost got this garage set up. I mean, I'm waiting for the backsplash. I've got my audio system all figured out. So once the backsplash gets here, we can put and do the electrical and all that. Get the audio system put together. I'm slowly, actually I guess not slowly, quickly working through getting my drawer set up. As I mentioned, I brought the Milwaukee Master Collection over. I got the Detailing Master Collection all set up. So all that's now here. I'm looking forward to this process of perfecting, like, you know, having the wrong plugs on the foam cannons, you know, just perfecting those little tweaks. You know, I got the straws are too short, so getting the right ones. That's the kind of stuff, the organizing of the drawers and all that. That's the kind of stuff that gets me fired up. Yeah, jury's still out for me on the whole pre-wash thing. I don't know how much of a benefit it really is, but I do love the idea. I like the idea a lot more if I can get a more concentrated version to handle these, you know, higher flowing pressure washers. Because I do like despite the lack of necessity of the foam, I do like the foam part of the whole thing, you know? I think we all do. certainly not necessary. I mean, the other thing you could consider is just putting it in like a pump sprayer or a pneumatic sprayer and doing it that way. It would probably save a decent amount of product. You could kind of have it set up for efficiency. Just have it in there diluted properly. You're not going to blow through the whole container, the whole 5 liter, pump sprayer container every wash. And so maybe once a month you got to refill it, redilute it. Maybe that's a better option than attempting to get it to foam in a foam cannon. I don't know. I'm open to suggestions, trying out different options. Throw it in a Marilex sprayer and see what happens. Because you're not using so much volume on a pump sprayer like you are on a pressure washer, especially a high flowing pressure washer, that might be a more viable thing. But again, I like the efficiency, sort of the speed of a pressure washing, foaming, and it's an enjoyable process. So I'm erring on the side of, could we get a solution? Could we get a chemical that's more diluted or less diluted, more concentrated, that requires more dilution to use less of it. Truck's feeling pretty clean. Certainly way better than it was last week. 2 weeks ago. I keep saying last week. I mean, that's the whole advantage of the preventative washing, is that it makes the routine washing, the preventative advantage of the routine washing makes all washes easier. And I think much more enjoyable. When you have a properly corrected, protected vehicle, then when you wash it, I don't know, I just feel better about the whole thing. Shoot, I wanted to clean the engine bay. We'll do that next time. Okay, let's just leave these here. Let's rinse this off, and then let's W9 it. I love rinsing at 4 gallons a minute. So good. Well, the pre-wash didn't really attack the drying aid. Could also be the coatings letting loose a bit too, letting loose of the mineral gums. This will be good. I bet you I can dry the thing off out here too without having to pull it in the garage. So I hustle. So I'm not going to clay the truck. I'm going to apply the W9 and just kind of wipe it with some gloves on. And we'll see how that works. I also wonder if I'd be better served at least doing a quick little superficial dry. We'll see. Yeah, let's do a quick little, that way I'm not diluting the W9 as much. Just a real superficial quick. Just to get some of the bulk water off. Just a real quick dry off there, just so, again, I'm not diluting so much. Put some gloves on. I brought some my Astro grips here. I should probably put these in a better bottle, but I'm just gonna go with it. So this is a mineral and water spot remover. I don't know if we put it on the wheels too. Gosh, these sprayers are hard to do. So you understand the concept here of blowing the car off. So I'm getting a more concentrated, less diluted product on the surface. Gosh, freaking forearms. I don't know if this is going to do anything for the bed cover, but so now what I want to do is combine these. Left. Throw that over there. So since the car is clean, we've got kind of a lubricated surface. I'm just going to take my hand like this with the glove on and just kind of walk around the car. By the time I get to the other end, I'll be ready to spray it all. Everybody says this is good to go, but I don't know that I believe it. We're about to find out. I'm adding this part of the agitation, so we'll see. If I get it on my skin, it burns pretty good, so even something. Use the whole 2 bottles on it. just put a fresh coat of Wolf's on the windshield last week, 2 weeks ago. So I shouldn't have to mess with that. Okay, let's rinse it. I don't know, I think it might be working. Yeah. Yeah, it seems to have helped a little bit. I think so, maybe. Kind of jacked up the windows, I think. Crap. You're not supposed to spray this stuff on the windows? Shoot. But I can create a bigger problem for myself. Let me read the instructions here where it says do not use on glass. Let's see. Shake well. Formula works well on glass. It looks like it's created some mess on the glass. Shoot. All right, I'm gonna put the hose away first. All right, let me dry this thing off. Let's see what we're working with here. Well, we can check that off the list of suggestions because that just frickin' nuked the whole car. Yeah, I mean, not much different. It says to clean and dry after washing and drying. Oh boy. You're supposed to spray onto a towel. That's where I went wrong. Oh crap. Oh no. Then I just messed the whole thing up? I think I did. Yeah, shoot. Don't do it that way. Well, I just created an all-day project for myself, fixing my screw-ups here. You're not supposed to do it that way, the way I just did it. I treated it like an iron remover. All right, well, yeah, I think you're not supposed to do it the way I did it. I think you're supposed to use a towel. Shoot. Yep. Crap. I'm gonna have to polish off that coating. I don't think I messed it up on the paint. Well, let's find out. Dang it. Should have frickin' followed the instructions instead of doing it iron remover style. Well, let's see what the rest of the surface looks like. Just see what I'm working with here. I need to turn the lights on. I might be polishing the whole car today. Let's see. So on the glass, I have CSL or CSU EXO on the glass. And so it destroyed the coating and made it all streaky. You're supposed to spray it onto a towel and then wipe, not do it the way I did it. Dang it. Yeah, I think the coating's fine, but the glass is not. So I've never seen anything like that before. Like the glass is all bubbled up. So, whoa, almost took my head off. So yeah, I'm gonna have to polish the glass. Dang it. Shouldn't be too hard to do, but not something I was planning on doing today. Wow, that's weird. That's really weird. I've never seen anything like that before. It just bubbled up the coating on the glass. It seems like it may have worked on the surface of the paint. The coating, wait a second. What's happening now? Once it's dried, it's coming. I've never seen anything like that. It's really weird. All this bubbling is like disappearing when I actually dry it, but it's like reluctant to dry. That's really weird. I don't think I can show it to you. Maybe you can see it. So the glass has all this funkiness going on to the coating. I'll show you when I dry it. It takes a while to dry. But when the water actually dries, it disappears. But it's still crunchy. That's really odd. All right, so don't do it the way I did it. Dang it. Lesson learned. You live and learn, you know? You do things wrong once, you'll never do it again. So when you're doing the W9 application, I just did a quick Google search. Saw a bunch of guys doing it where you spray the W9 on a towel like it says in the instructions, and then you wipe the surface. I don't think it messed up the coating on the paint, although it doesn't seem to be drying quite like normal. Maybe it is. It feels slick, so it doesn't feel like I don't know. I don't think I messed it up. It's like the glass does not want to dry. Shoot. I'm sure you guys are yelling at the camera. No, don't do it that way. So teach you to make sure you watch the whole video, not just part of it. It's just so odd how, I guess because the coating has a different type of bond with glass than it does with the rest of the car, the rest of the painted surfaces. It seems to be pretty decent on, like it doesn't feel like the coating's messed up now on the paint. It looks good, it feels good. Yeah, I mean, it feels great. So we'll just go through and do a quick polish to the glass and recoat it. See, this is why I told you I want to have a polisher here. It didn't do anything to reactivating the wheels or the bed cover, that's for sure. All right, so I'm gonna go keep drying this thing off and I'll come back to you and give you my assessment on what I've done to mess this thing up. Let's have to start over. The tires look pretty good from that Vonix. I think that might be my next product we add to the store. It seems like they're doing really, tires look pretty good. I'll come back to you after I finish drying. Short one today. I just wiped down the wheels. I'm gonna let the tires dry, wipe the surface. The coating's good. Seems like the process worked, but I've got to go polish all the glass, the sunroof and all that. It'll only take me maybe an hour to do that. So I'm gonna polish all that, recoat that, and then the rest of the truck is good. You know, so no contamination, doesn't appear to be any scratching or anything like that. So the process did work, but again, not the right way to do it. You want to spray it on a towel, wipe it off, have a follow-up towel, do it that way. This is a smarter way to do it. The tire stuff, the rubber stuff seems really good. So that's really promising. The tires look like they're ready to get dressed. And hopefully accept the tire dressing a little bit better. But anyway, thanks for watching this week. Next week, I'll probably do the E92. That'll probably need wash. I'm going to drive that next week. And yeah, we'll keep doing this. Wash and drive starts really soon. And membership also is about to make a transition into a new platform, I think, the next week or so. Going back to Helen in a few weeks. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'm going to be piddling around in the garage all day, getting all this stuff put away, working on the Milwaukee Master Collection. And yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.